Have you ever felt behind in life? Behind in money, behind in success, behind in love. You scroll through your phone and it seems like everyone is ahead of you. New businesses, new houses, engagement photos, wedding videos. And slowly, without realizing it, comparison begins to whisper, "You're late." Let me tell you about Elias. Elias was 28, not reckless, not immature, just watching everyone else move faster. Every month, another friend got engaged. Every season, another wedding invitation arrived. Group chats changed. Conversations shifted from ambition to mortgages, from ideas to children, from someday to finally. Elias smiled in the photos. He wore the suit. He clapped at the receptions. But inside, something unsettled him. He began measuring his life against theirs. They're building families. They're settling down. I'm still figuring things out. He wasn't unhappy in his relationship, but he wasn't ready either. His savings were thin, his direction uncertain, his discipline inconsistent, but comparison is powerful, and pride is impatient. One evening, after another wedding reception filled with slow dances and speeches about forever, Elias made a decision. He would propose, not because he had built the foundation, not because he had done the inner work, but because he didn't want to be the last one standing alone in the photos. The ring went on credit. The announcement went online. Forever starts now. The likes flooded in. The congratulations poured in. The comments multiplied. Elias felt relief. He had caught up. For a moment, he felt aligned with the timeline everyone else seemed to follow. Engagement party, plans, venue deposits, guest lists. But beneath the celebration, pressure began to grow. Finances tightened. Arguments surfaced. Conversations about the future exposed things neither of them had prepared for. Elias slowly realized something uncomfortable. He hadn't proposed out of readiness. He had proposed out of comparison. And comparison is a poor architect. Months later, the cracks widened. Stress replaced excitement. Silence replaced laughter. One evening, sitting alone surrounded by unpaid bills and quiet tension, Elias faced a truth he had been avoiding. He wasn't behind. He had rushed. The relationship did not survive. Not because love was absent, but because foundation was. When the engagement ended, the silence felt heavier than the applause had. Friends didn't know what to say. Social media grew quiet. The congratulations disappeared. Elias felt ashamed, as if he had failed. He visited his grandfather that week. The old man listened carefully as Elias spoke. "I thought I was supposed to be there by now," Elias said. "Everyone else is." The elder poured tea slowly. "When you plant a tree," he asked gently, "do you pull on it to make it grow faster?" Elias shook his head. "It grows in its own season." The elder nodded. "Then why do you try to force your life into someone else's season?" Silence filled the room. "Marriage is not a milestone to display," the elder continued. "It is a responsibility to sustain. Success is not a race to win. It is a structure to build. When you rush to catch up, you skip the foundation, and anything built without foundation eventually collapses." Elias felt the truth settle in. "You were not behind," the elder said softly. "You were comparing your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 10. That night, Elias did not feel comfort, but he felt clarity. And clarity is stronger than comfort. He began again, not publicly, not urgently, not competitively. He worked on his finances. He strengthened his discipline. He learned patience. He stopped measuring his life by invitations and timelines. He stopped chasing milestones. He started building foundations. Years later, when Elias proposed again, it was different. No urgency, no comparison, no rush, just readiness. And readiness is quiet. Now pause. How many decisions in your life have been driven by comparison? How many timelines have you tried to force because others seemed ahead? The world celebrates speed, but life rewards preparation. You are not late. You are early in your own season, and seasons cannot be rushed without consequence. Move at the pace of readiness. Build depth before display. Because when you build slowly and correctly, nothing collapses. That is old wisdom, and it remains true, even when the world moves fast.